Welcome back to the Headline Roast, where today's news hits harder than a power outage on a Monday morning and flies messier than a weather balloon over Texas. Subscribe now and join the smartest, funniest corner of the internet. We roast the headlines every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and weekend, so you can sound brilliant, or at least hilariously cynical. Without doom-scrolling 6 apps or paying $8 for hot takes, it's Monday, April 28th, 2025. And today's headlines are so chaotic, even Elon Musk's burner account would struggle to spin them. From blackouts across Europe to haunted stadium deals, today proves once again, history is just reality's bad improv night. Let's roast the chaos, laugh at the madness, and pretend we're totally prepared for tornadoes, ghost mayors, and $3 billion football temples. Let's go. Story 1. Massive power outage hits Iberian Peninsula. Spain, Portugal, and parts of France plunged into darkness today after a massive, mysterious power outage. Millions lost electricity, and more importantly, Wi-Fi, triggering widespread existential crises. Officials say the cause could be a fire, a high-voltage line collapse, something more suspicious, which is politicians speak for please panic responsibly. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists are already blaming Russia, hackers, and Mercury in retrograde. Candle sales are up 400%. So are wine purchases, because Europeans know how to suffer with style. If you're in Spain, here's your survival guide. Tapas by candlelight, naps by necessity, and full-scale philosophical debates by sunset. Story 2. Canadian Liberals secure 4th term. In a plot twist no one saw coming, Canada's Liberal Party secured a 4th term. Mark Carney is your new Prime Minister, proving that being boring is still a viable political strategy. Analysts call it a victory for centrism, which is code for no one's happy, but no one's rioting either. Meanwhile, TikTok users are asking, wait, Canada has elections? In Ottawa, celebrations broke out with free healthcare, apologetic cheering, and at least one moose sighting. Congrats, Canada. Still the world's favorite upstairs neighbor. Story 3. IBM announces $150 billion US investment. IBM just dropped a casual $150 billion flex, pledging to boost American tech manufacturing and research. The goal? Make America compute again, with fewer supply chains and more silicon swagger. Critics wonder if this will actually create jobs, or just better robots to replace us faster. IBM says it's about innovation and national security. But let's be real, it's mostly about beating Samsung at cocktail parties. Either way, it's a great day for engineers, lobbyists, and anyone who thinks semiconductor is a pickup line. Story 4. Severe weather threatens Upper Midwest. If you live in the Midwest, congrats. You're starring in Twister 2. Nature's Revenge. Severe storms are marching from Texas to the Great Lakes with the subtlety of a frat party. Meteorologists warn of life-threatening tornadoes, hail bigger than baseballs, and winds strong enough to relocate your neighbor's Prius. Local news stations are already flexing their best standing sideways in the wind shots. Meanwhile, Midwesterners are just cracking open a beer and saying, hey, we'll see if it gets bad. Stay safe, storm chasers, and maybe anchor that patio furniture. Story 5. Trump's immigration crackdown intensifies. President Trump 2.0 is turbocharging his immigration crackdown. It's targeting sanctuary cities and family units alike. Critics say it's cruel. Supporters call it restoring order, because nothing says freedom like federal agents at every Greyhound station. Meanwhile, peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are stalling harder than a first date without Wi-Fi. White House aides insist strong action is needed, though nobody specified strong for who. Somewhere a constitutional lawyer just burst into flames. Story 6. Washington, D.C. plans $3 billion stadium at RFK site. Good news, sports fans. D.C. wants to spend $3 billion on a new stadium at the old RFK site. Bad news. D.C. still doesn't have fully functioning metro trains. Mayor Muriel Bowser and Commanders owner Josh Harris say it will revitalize the city, which is political code for taxpayers. Brace yourselves. The new stadium will feature luxury boxes, restaurants, and, rumor has it, an express train to the unemployment office. Public support is about what you'd expect when a city prioritizes touchdowns over potholes. Story 7. Elon Musk faces declining public support, turns out. Even meme lords have a shelf life. Polls show Elon Musk's public support is tanking, faster than a Cybertruck rolling downhill. Critics blame erratic behavior, broken promises, and that one time he tried to colonize Mars without asking NASA. Musk loyalists say he's just misunderstood. The rest of us suggest therapy, maybe a group chat intervention. If Elon's next big idea is another Twitter rebrand, we might finally do the unthinkable. Log off. Story 8. Vancouver festival attack leaves 11 dead. Tragedy struck in Vancouver as a driver plowed into a Filipino festival crowd, killing 11. Authorities quickly apprehended the suspect, but the city's grief runs deep. Investigators are still piecing together the motive, while locals mourn a community that had gathered in joy. No jokes here, just love and solidarity for Vancouver today. Hold your people close. Story 9. George Santos sentenced to 7 years. Serial fabulist and former Congressman George Santos was sentenced to over 7 years in prison today. Charges: wire fraud, identity theft, and general life choices so bad they deserve their own Netflix docuseries. In court, Santos reportedly blamed a complex web of misunderstandings, which is scammer speak for "I got caught." He'll also pay nearly $374,000 in restitution, assuming his imaginary yacht company comes through. Memo to future politicians: lying is a bad career move unless you're actually good at it. Story 10. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announces new inductees. Finally, some good vibes. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just announced its latest class of inductees. Legends new and old are being honored, proving once again that rock isn't dead. It's just charging $300 for concert tickets. Fans celebrated by playing air guitar, arguing about snubs on Reddit, desperately trying to explain to Gen Z what a cassette is. Congrats to the inductees. And congrats to everyone who survived the Ticketmaster waiting room. Answer to previous brain teaser: if Bitcoin can fall 40% in a day, surge 60% in a week, and get banned in 3 countries before lunch, how stable is your retirement plan if it's in Dogecoin? Answer: about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Brain teaser for today: I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Hint: you light me up, but I eventually burn out. Answer revealed next episode. And that's a wrap for today's Chaos Buffet. From continent-wide blackouts to the world's most haunted football stadium deal. If you laughed, learned, or rage-rolled your eyes, subscribe and ride the madness with us. We roast the headlines every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and weekend. See you next time. Stay weird, stay skeptical, and if the lights go out, at least you'll have this show.